Hello everyone, it's me, Nichilus. And Torts! Welcome to Mixels B.F.C.I Camp 3. As usual, we have a confessional from every contestant. Let's take a look. Remember when I said that the lockpick challenge doesn't have strategy involved? Yeah, I checked out Nickspot's confessional in episode 2B, and I am very impressed. I mean, he literally feels like a lecturer to me with all this talk in the confessional. Nickspot is not as idiotic as he seems, and to Nickspot, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry if I have just called you an idiot. I apologize for that. Well, as the saying goes, we can't judge a book by its cover. Despite me not being in the same team as Nickspot, I admire him, except when he's boastful. It was intense when the hosts were announcing the results. My team was almost at the chopping block if not for Nickspot being spared for repeating the same lock combinations. Phew! I think my heart was pounding so frequently at that time to the point where I could feel like my heart was going to pop out of my chest. I just happen to have models of fake organs carried around with me, so here's a model of a Mixel's heart. And surprise to absolutely no one, I got these models from Sergio. Maybe I should scare somebody with this. Hey, Dribble, I got something cool to show you. Wow! You know, it would be very awful if my team was up for elimination twice in a row, but I'm glad that didn't happen. What a relief. On the subject of who should be eliminated in the Dynamic Detectives, it's a tough call for me. I guess I'll settle it in the voting area because I certainly don't want my vote to be revealed here. Now that I'm a team captain, that makes me ponder whether using the sacrifice peg would inflict actual damage to me in terms of votes, since I am immune. I would like to get this question of mine answered. Remember when me said me wanted to try sleeping in the confessional corner? Me have prepared the things me need to take a nap. A perfect way to escape the cruel reality. Not that we lost this round anyway. Me don't think me will sleep right in the center of the confessional corner, because it will be awkward when other mixels step in here. Aha! Hiding behind the back of the confessional corner whiteboard is the best hiding spot here. Me would not be disturbed that way. Me thinks me got stuck big time. Can someone help me? Anybody? Me don't like this feeling. We're having technical difficulties, so stand by and let us solve them, please. We had some technical difficulties. Now that we solved them and enjoyed the show, please. Our team is safe and sound again. Hooray! I almost feel bad for Cuff's team because they originally had the same average score as we did. With a snap of my fingers, I'll forget what I said in the confessional corner. Huh? What did I just say before? Whatever, I'm going to do something wild today. Want to know what it is? I borrowed these marbles from Nichilus, and boy, aren't they pretty. I'm going to carve a marble statue with these marbles, and it will look fabulous. Here I go. Owie! Guess I need an appointment with Toot to fix this mess. After 2 challenges, I think I got a better understanding on the other players in perspective of their performances. It seems like many of them are extremely competitive, and that most of them are at the same level, so the results shown are definitely very close to each other, which makes it exciting to watch as a viewer, but nervous for contestants like us to witness. It seems like our team is doing good thus far, but I won't let my guard down. I have to be cautious at all times so I won't be eliminated ever so suddenly. Alright guys, I'll be gone now. This is truly saddening. I guess my team wasn't feeling lucky that time. Normally I would probably tell my teammates something along the lines of please work harder next time. I know we can pull this off. But then I realized they aren't to blame anyway. The major factor that led to our demise is because of the locks. The stupid locks. You mean us? Yes, you 3. Stand still. You guys are the reason why my team was up for elimination. Ha 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 ha! Don't you dare run away from me. You're all under arrest, you fools. Wait, locks aren't supposed to talk and laugh. Am I hallucinating or what? If there's an itch I want to be granted, it's my itchy nose being cured. Since I was born, I couldn't stop sneezing every now and then, and it was getting annoying. Till this day, I cannot find a solution to end this misery. Here I go again. Achoo! See, this is how I went through every day, and it stinks. If only others could experience how having the urge to sneeze every 10 minutes or so feels. That way I may get sympathized with others. Achoo! I sneezed a lot today. Luckily, I prepared a box of tissues before coming here. Otherwise, it would have been a disaster. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Sorry about that. I panicked too much here. This is such a big event for our team because one of us is going home soon. I'm still deciding on who should be voted off. To be honest, I think every one of us in the Dynamic Detectives did our best. So it'll be heartbreaking to see any of us get the boot. I guess I'll go with the flow and relax. That's the only thing I could think of right now. Refreshing. Nothing beats a cup of fresh juice.
I think our team literally aced this luck-based challenge like it's nothing. Of course my precious coin played a part of it. Not only that, we had 2 of our teammates getting pegs based on individual scores. That further proves that our team is as strong as an enormous brick wall. The other teams would need to fight harder to take us down for sure. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I got facts to back up my point. So I feel like telling the viewers that in the confessional corner. Alright team, keep up the good work and continue cruising through the challenges.
I was on the edge of my seat when Nicholas and Torts were announcing the results. Thank goodness that there was a tiebreaker and my team ended up being safe from elimination. I still haven't entirely recovered from the situation and therefore I'm still sweating immensely. It's just that nervous for me, you know. I'm not exaggerating. Also, I made an interesting invention. A Nixel robot. It's a robot that's shaped like a Nixel and I feel like I should give it a test drive. Thanks to Gaba for the wooden table.
Nix.
I guess he took it too hard.
I think we all appreciate Gaba's contribution to the confessional corner with this wooden table he crafted. So I figured maybe I should contribute to the camp too. Let me show you my flowers. They may look like normal sunflowers to you at first, but these are filled with electricity. I bought them from Electroid Land. You can simply use these flowers to charge up anything that requires electricity to operate. No need to thank me. Feel free to use it if you wish. I'm just going to place them at the back to avoid others getting tripped by them. They are such lovely cuties after all.
It turns out my team got the highest average score, so that means we lost and we're put up for elimination. I'm just really hoping it isn't me because it'll be too early for me to go out. As you can see, my wings are golden instead of purple because I traded mine for Paladum's. Just kidding, I borrowed them from Paladum for a day. Do you guys think the golden wings look good on me? Feel free to tell me in the comment section if you want to. I've always wanted to try being a medieval, so this is as close as I could get impersonating as one. This color looks tacky on you. My eyes!
Dun dun dun! I got an immunity peg from Torts and Nicholas. In total, I have 2 pegs. I'm quite proud of myself for getting 2 advantages in the beginning of the game. Talk about a great head start. Hopefully this paves the way to victory for me. Oh, and speaking of pegs, I wonder how many of these can be held per contestant. If there's no limit to the number of pegs gained whatsoever, I'm afraid it will be abused to no end and it'll be overkill for those who don't have any advantages. Yup, that's overkill right there.
Okay, when you're anticipating for the results from a challenge you're confident in, you will have high hopes for it. This turns out to be the case for me with this lockpick challenge, but look what I did. I get an average score of 45 because repeated lock combinations damage my overall score by raising it up so high. Well, the only good thing is, at least I'm safe from elimination. Perhaps I should clarify this to my teammates so they'll understand the situation better. If any of you are listening, just don't put the blame on me, dudes. I never expected this to happen in the first place. I am glad to hear that our team is doing well. I want to express my happiness to the viewers, but I can't seem to make a smiley face at all with me looking like this. Of course, these gray eyebrows of mine don't help either. Instead, they make me look as grumpy as ever. So even when I'm happy inside, I'm often mistaken as super grumpy on the outside, which I don't appreciate. Wait, we're made of Legos. That means... Aha! I think I look a lot happier like this, right? I feel like I'm bursting with youth with my eyebrows off. Yippee!
When deciding who to vote for when filling out the form, I'll struggle a lot because I'm not decisive enough. Thus, I often use this method to make decisions for me. What is it, you ask? Give me a second or two to set things up. After the sudden magical appearance of my props for this demonstration, let me explain. Simply put, I'll use this stick and let it fall on its own. Wherever it leans toward, I'll go with that choice. What should I eat for lunch today? I guess I'll be having hamolini sandwiches today. See ya. Gotta take a lunch break.
I'm not sure how Flamesor is doing right now, but being in an environment where there's barely any room for activity and there's no one to talk to stinks. At least after this elimination ceremony, there will be another Mixel coming into the Nicholas bag to serve as company for Flamesor, so he won't feel lonely. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to convince everybody out here to vote for me to be eliminated this early, just so I can reunite with Flamesor. Mentioning Flamesor in this confessional doesn't mean I want to be with him together. It just means that I feel bad for him, okay?
I'm just going to keep my cool even when my team is up for elimination. Freaking out about the results does nothing for me, and instead will make me look bad on camera. Therefore, it's not worth freaking out about. I have a sacrifice peg, but I don't think this is the time to use it, because I don't think one of my allies, Chilbo, needs it. I'm quite confident he will receive the least amount of votes because I admit he's a pretty good player and he's treating everyone very nicely too. Well, there's not much I can do about this elimination. I guess we'll just let the chips fall where they may. I'll meet you all Mixels in the elimination ceremony soon. Since there are no interruptions, we can get right to answering the questions. Firstly, since Vampos' team was technically up for elimination already, Vampos doesn't have immunity. Even if he did, using the sacrifice peg would still hurt him, since the purpose of that peg is to be used to save someone but eliminate yourself.
Secondly, we originally didn't have a cap for pegs, but since Campsta brought it up, the cap for pegs will now be 5.
If anyone gets a 6 peg through winning a challenge, it'll just be given to someone else.
Lastly, if you feel like your opinions would not help in the confessional, just remember that the confessional is entirely optional. Well, with that out of the way, it's time to get to the elimination.
Someone's going to leave the game in an elimination with no name. All but one will get to stay, but one of them will go away. It's the nameless elimination time. Welcome to the elimination, Dynamic Detectives. Not that I want to be here.
In total, we got a whopping 22 votes.
That's double any vote in the Amazing Mixels event. As you know, the one of you 5 with the most votes will be eliminated. Jinky, do you want to use your peg? No, I'm good. Then let's get to the elimination.
Cough's had immunity, so he is safe.
What's the prize? Sorry, we spent too much on the budget getting the setback, so we don't have any prizes. Rats!
The contestant with the fewest actual votes is Burp, with only 3.
Yeah! The next contestant safe is Chilbo at 4 votes. Nice to know.
Now it is down to Mesmo and Jinky.
Or as you could say, the wing stealer and the steel winger. Hey, I said in my confessional that I borrowed these wings.
Anyways, one of you got exactly twice the amount of votes of the other.
The safe Mixel is... Mesmo! Yay! Oh, but why me? Whatever the reason, we will allow you to send in one final confessional during your elimination.
We call this a Death Wish confessional. The Death Wish confessionals are read out as the very last confessional, no matter when it was sent in.
So you'll see your Death Wish confessional at the end of the confessionals in 3B. We'll have you wait down here, right by the Nicholas bag, until you send a confessional. Alright. Also, since we don't want to have Jinky's sacrifice peg lying around, we'll give it to Burp since he got the fewest vote. Yay!
With all this talk about pegs, it's time to award this episode's deluxe peg.
And for that, we reintroduce Random.
Thank you. Thank you. I will be here constantly.
Now it's time to pull the lever and see what peg will be awarded. Beep, beep, beat-a-bada, 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 beat-a-bada.
We are going to award a cubit peg.
Now it's time to see which contestant gets the cubit peg.
Beat-a-bada, 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 beat-a-bada.
The cubit peg goes to Forks.
Yay! Challenge 3 is a game we like to call How Many Legos Are in the Jar?
We'll show you the jar and give you its dimensions, and you'll have to figure out how many Legos are in the jar.
The closer to the guess, the better. Now let's show you the jar and its dimensions. Remember, you have to give your best guess as to how many Legos were in that jar.
The 3 contestants who have the closest guesses will win the pegs.
Do the challenge by filling out the form in the description by July 7th.
You can also send a confessional using the other form in the description.
See you in Mixels B.F.C.I Camp 3B.